Hey everyone, Isaiah here from Huntin, and I'm out in Montana right now on a bear hunt, and we brought 4 spotting scopes with us that are all in the backpack size spotters. Just kind of test them out, see what we like best, pros and cons to each of them. Right here I have the Kowa TSN553. This one is a 15 to 45 by 55 millimeter objective, angled of course. So from the outside looking in, it looks pretty simple. Not much going on here. It does kind of have a textured finish on it, which is nice, but getting inside the glass is extremely clear. You know, clear down to the 15 all the way up to 45. It does keep that sharp picture all the way out to the edge. You do lose a little light once you obviously get into that 45. I don't feel trapped in this one. It does have a very nice eyepiece that you can get that objective out a little. Makes it very nice. And then you do have the more aggressive adjustment here when you're making big improvements, and then when you want to fine tune it, just a little knob out front there, you can really dial in your focus. So this one weighs in at 28.5 ounces and the MSRP on it is $17.99, so it's definitely at the upper end of the price range for backpack spotters. But like I said, it's the functionality of it's great, the build's great, the glass is excellent. It also comes with obviously eye caps on it that lock in position. You're not going to lose those. So if you're looking for a backpack spotter and price isn't an issue, take a look at the Kowa TSN553. Alright, now we have the Vortex Razor. This is an 11 to 33 with a 50 millimeter objective, and it weighs in right at 25 ounces. MSRP on this one is $9.99. So you get them down there in a little more affordable. Outside looking in, Vortex has always done a good job at having their optics appear like their quality. Obviously the Vortex warranty is second to none in the optics industry. So this one again is an angled spotter, pretty compact here, 11 to 33. When you zoom in, you definitely lose some of that clarity. It does become a little grainy for when you have it all the way maxed out at 33 there. So this also does have the more quickly and then fine-tune adjustment for your focus. The eyepiece, not my favorite. Edge to edge on the glass is pretty good, especially when you're on 11. When you do start to creep in up to the max range there, you do kind of begin to see it fade out towards the edge, but again, that's when you're all the way rolled in there. So like I mentioned, this one is only 25 ounces and it is very compact, so you can pretty much throw it anywhere. Also has the eye caps. That top one's be a little finicky to get on with that rubber. Front one stays on there nicely. So that is kind of sucky. I hate picking things apart. It's either you talk about cons and pros, I feel like. Alright, now we have the Maven S2 12 to 27 by 56. This one weighs in at 34.4 ounces and MSRP on it is $9.50. It is a straight spotter here. It does come with both front and rear eye caps there. Maven also has a very nice eyepiece on the front end here. Again, very comfortable. You can kind of set the objective you want looking through it. Right out of the gates looking through this on 12 power, it is extremely clear. The 56 millimeter objective is very nice. It does let in a lot of light. You move all the way up into the max power range of this, all the way up to 27, you definitely keep a lot of your clarity all the way through. It does start to get a little bit of a blur right at the 27 when you're all the way maxed out, but a lot of times if you just back it off a turn, you're still at, you know, full potential clarity on this. Maven does a great job at building an extremely robust, good looking spotter. The adjustments on this, you can just tell they're very solid, very smooth. Your focus ring as well is up front here, just a one focus ring, but it's just stiff enough that you can dial it in real nice. So this one, like I said, it's 34.4 ounces, so it is a little heavier, but being a little heavier, you definitely get a very nice quality piece of glass and optic with this. So this one is definitely one to check out at the price point. You know, it's one of the cheaper ones for a small backpack spotter. This thing is super nice.
How's it compared to the Kowa?
It's right in there, but that Kowa, the power range on it's nice. That 45, like...
That one goes to 33?
27.
27?
Alright, now we have the Leupold gold ring. This is a 12 to 40 by 60. This one weighs in at 37 ounces, and MSRP on it is $1,430. Thing I love about this is you have the 60mm objective. So right away, first thing you notice when you get in this thing is you have lots of room and very good light gathering, even in the low conditions. When you run it up from 12 to 40, it's pretty impressive. You keep a lot of your clarity all the way up to the max range at this. At low light, again, on all these, when you go to full power, you are going to lose some of that clarity and light just because you're taking up all your whole zoom range there. Leupold's a little different than the others. The focus ring is right up front here. It does make it kind of nice when you zoom in, you can just bring it back. Nice stiff focus there, but it's super smooth. The eyepiece on this, again, it's just either rubber all the way flattened down or stuck out there. We actually have used this one quite a bit and misplaced the rubber piece there, but on this one I do feel like I have to keep my head a little further back on it to get the full field of view there, to get a nice clear picture. Again, it's well built. It comes with this nice carrying case, and like I said, you got a good power range in here, 12 to 40. It makes it nice from glassing that closer stuff or the distance, and that 60mm objective does make it nice. You don't feel as trapped as compared to like a 50mm. So we'll keep glassing here and going through these and see which one we like the best.
If you had to buy a spotter out of the 4 today, which would you purchase?
Whew. Well, after glassing and using these, came to the conclusion if I had to go in the store today or order one online, it would probably be the Kowa. The reason is you do have a big power range there. Again, 15 to 45. You got a good size objective on there, so you are getting some good light. It is the most expensive one out of the group, but you know, I do feel like this could be a one-size-fits-all spotting scope. I do feel like a guy could pick this up and have it as his everyday spotter, whether you're out in the prairies glassing for mule deer or in the backcountry glassing for bears. It's just nice, light, compact, great clarity.
Is $800 better?
No. Or is it?
I feel like you can't even make up your mind.
I just think that extra 15 power you get out of it is worth it. Get back in there.
Why? You changed your mind.
The more I think about it, the more reasoning I would choose this one. Because I would not spend $1,700 on it. after looking through it more, I was like,
Do you like straight or angled better?
angled. Well, after playing with them all for a little bit, if I was to walk into a store today and buy one of these spotting scopes, it would probably be the Maven S2. Couple reasons is I just feel like the build on it's excellent. The glass quality is great. The eyepiece is super comfortable. You know, even though you only get 27 power as your max magnification, it's real simple to throw a phone scope cam on here, you know, get a little extra zoom if you need to. And MSRP on it's only $950. It's the most compact. You know, you could throw this anywhere in your backpack and hit the hills and have a great piece of glass. At the end of the day, the Maven S2 is the spotter of my choice.
All right, we're up here just behind the office, and we're gonna do a low light test. We're gonna start with the Vortex here. I don't have a base plate on it because I want to be able to switch back and forth. It's about 15 minutes past sunset, and I want to make sure that we're getting the same amount of light because it's fading quick. I've got all these spotters to about 20 power. Vortex still holds decent clarity. You can definitely see a deer if there was one out there. There's only sheep right now, unfortunately. I'm not as good a hunter as the other guys in the office. Surprisingly, the Kowa is not a whole lot better than the Vortex as far as light transmission goes. The Maven is very comparable to the Kowa, and remember this is at 20 power. And the Leupold is the definite winner on that one. So now we're going to go to the max power on each spotting scope. Keep in mind for the Maven it's only 27. For the Kowa, max power goes up to 45. So the Vortex at 33 power is relatively unusable. We are currently 15 minutes past sunset. The Kowa at 45 is slightly better than the Vortex. I think you can still see an animal, but it's not great. We'll jump to the Maven now. Remember, this is only 27 power. The Maven is significantly brighter at max power, but keep in mind that's 27 power versus the 45 of the Kowa, so take that for what it's worth. We'll jump to the Leupold, which goes up to 40. And even at 40 power, 15 minutes past sunset, the Leupold is still very clear and lets in quite a bit more light. I'm going to throw the Kowa on there at about 40 power now, just to give an even comparison. With the Leupold, there is a clear difference. It's just a lot brighter. It really stands out in this low light. That's where this scope shines. And I've been looking through them for a while. I would say if I was to buy a scope knowing that I was going to be in a lot of low light conditions, even with the price and the extra weight, I would say the Leupold is worth it. Good morning, Austin.
Hey, what's going on? Been out here since first light, checking out these tiny backpacking size spotters, trying to decide which one I like. Now, we're not bear hunting like Mr. Isaiah likes to do with his one eye, but we are seeing what I would like to take, maybe on a sheep hunt, any sort of deep backcountry hunt. And it's pretty hard to beat this Prominar Kowa. I've played with them here, and the eye relief is super important on these tiny spotters. When you're talking 50 or 55 millimeters, that is not very much. Objective, so it's important to have a comfy eye relief, and the zoom on this is sweet. Like, I really like this Maven. It's only going to 27 power, which is probably a smart idea on a small objective lens like this. But this Kowa going to 15 to 45 power, and I swear on 45 power, no problem, edge to edge clarity. gonna be hard to beat. I do run a Vortex Razor full-size spotter, but this 50mm razor, I feel like I can see more with just binos with 2 eyes. You know, if you only have 1 eye, I guess it'd be different, but with 2 eyes, I feel like I could see better with like my 12x50s or 15x56 or something. But Kowa is probably going to be the winner for me out of this line. Kowa, however you want to say it. Pretty sweet, super lightweight. Holy cow!
What do you think about that versus the Leupold in daylight here?
You know, the Leupold's super light, and this scope's been around a while. This gold ring. Overall size, I would probably choose the Kowa just because it's smaller, slimmer, and lighter. But obviously the Leupold gold ring's got good glass on it. But we gonna go to work today, Brady?
I'd rather not.
I got super distracted.